Today, in the contemporary art scene, we head to an art gallery in Highgate, North London, to visit our Artist of the Month before revisiting the gallery to discuss our Gallery of the Month. Hello, and welcome to the contemporary art scene. I'm Lee Porter. Today we begin with the unveiling of our Artist of the Month. We head live to a private viewing where our presenter, Troy, has more.
Thank you, Lee. I'm here at the Highgate Contemporary Art Gallery with Jonathan Davis. Jonathan, how does it feel to be selected as our Artist of the Month for October?
Really exciting, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
And how are you feeling about the exhibition tonight?
It's a little bit nerve-wracking, but these pieces have been in my studio for months on end, building up, and it's finally great to see them on the wall, all together as a kind of collection.
And as an artist, who inspires you?
I've been looking most recently at a Scottish artist called Callum Innes, and he works by applying oil paint to the canvas surface and then removing it again with turpentine. So what he's showing us is the results of really kind of removal of paint, which I find very exciting.
And what would you say is the one thing that separates you from other contemporary artists?
That's a big question. I suppose my materials. So I'm using metal here. I make my own paints with iron and copper, and I don't think that I've not seen that before. So that's predominantly what you're looking at with these works here this evening.
And I see a lot of your art is untitled. Is there a particular reason for that?
Yes, it's a very particular reason. I don't want to suggest to the viewers my ideas through words. I want the paintings to stand in their own right as art pieces. And so it's really what you take from it rather than what I'm saying I think you ought to take from it.
And do you have a favourite piece of art?
In this show, well, maybe the one behind Untitled 104. I enjoy this because it's a vortex as well as a lot of crazing over the surface of the work, which I think sets up an interesting tension in the piece, making sure the art stands in its own right.
And thank you for giving us your time on such an important evening. Good luck with your art show.
Thank you very much.
And Lee, back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Troy. Hopefully the exhibition goes well. If you want to find out more about our Artist of the Month, you can visit our website below. Now that we have revealed our Artist of the Month, it is now time to unveil our Gallery of the Month. Our reporter James revisits the Highgate Contemporary Art Gallery to find out more.
Highgate Village is a historic suburban area of London filled with Georgian and Victorian buildings and architecture. And right in the very centre of the village is the Highgate Contemporary Art Gallery. So hello you. The gallery first opened its doors in the mid-1950s and has hosted a wide range of artists from Jacob Epstein to Tim Benson. Today, the gallery hosts over a dozen exhibitions each year, featuring some solo artist exhibitions and a few mixed. Hannah Ivory Baker, owner of the gallery, obtained the building in April earlier this year. So when did you first decide to take the gallery over and why? What possessed you to do that?
Short answer is I have no idea. Long answer is it was a sort of informal chat with the previous owner last year, actually. And I needed to do something different. I was coaching tennis and I absolutely hated it. So yeah, I just decided this would be a good opportunity to do something completely different.
What challenges did you face when you took it over?
Well, I think the main thing was just simply a case of learning everything, because this is not something that I've been involved in for a very long time. I have no background in it. And given that there were already a lot of exhibitions penciled in for the rest of this year's calendar, I really had to kind of learn on the job. And that was probably the hardest thing, but the support from the local community has been really good.
Do you have any time to do your own work?
Well, the last 6 months, very little time. But I think now that everything's starting to sort of calm down in terms of my understanding of how the business runs, I've been able to get a bit more time to do my own work.
So what's in it for the future? Are there any plans, any exhibitions coming up?
I think for the future, it's really just to make sure this place is looking good and is still showing good work. But yeah, plans really, we've got a full exhibition calendar for next year and lots of pop-up shows planned, so it should be good.
So it's gonna be a busy year ahead.
I think it will.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much, Hannah, for letting us into your wonderful studio, and best of luck for the future.
Thanks, James. Tweet us your recommended artist and gallery of the month for November. That's all for now. I'm Lee Porter, and this has been the Contemporary Art Scene today.